What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And in this video, we are taking a preview of the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears game. So let's get it started. So we are going to be doing a preview of the Lions and the Chicago Bears game. Now, we came into this one just looking at like a regular preview, right? You go through the scores and everything. But in this one, it's more important than that is about Matthew Stafford. So we're actually just going to talk about that right now, and then we'll get into the other stuff. So what I've known over the last 2 days is, one, I had an alert that told me that Matthew Stafford is going to be a game-time decision, which already had me worried because that usually doesn't happen. Questionable, yes. Game-time decision, not really. And then this morning, I'd say about 12:30 a.m., that Matthew Stafford is being told not to play by some. That has me really worried. This could snap his long streak. It's just more than that. Like, Stafford not being healthy is not a good thing at all in any kind of way, shape, or form. And this is something you usually don't see. Stafford just doesn't miss games. Even if they don't count, he just doesn't miss games. So this is why I'm very worried. I think this game still counts. Like, this game, they should be looking at this like it's still a game that has them in a playoff race. And I think they are looking at that, listening to interviews and stuff. But he may not play today, and if he doesn't play, it'll be Jeff Driscoll that backs him up. Obviously, I'll root for him, and hopefully he can win the game. And if really there's any team on this schedule that we could beat without our starting quarterback, it may be the Chicago Bears, just because they don't score, like, at all. Like, the Redskins score a little bit. They don't score at all, so maybe that's why you beat them. But the problem is we can't run the football, and we don't play any good defense. So I, at least coming into this, my prediction had them scoring a pretty good amount of points. I don't know if Driscoll can score because we just can't run the football. So it's going to be a lot on him if he has to play. Right now, while I'm recording this, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe, like, when you're watching this, we'll know. So then, yeah, you guys will know at that time. But right now, we have no idea. Looking at our injury report, other than Matthew Stafford, Sam Martin looks like he'll go. Mike Daniels is very probable. It should be good to get him back on the field defensively. No Tracy Walker, no Miles Killebrew. We'll be left with Will Harris, Tavon Wilson, and C.J. Moore. Romeo Cora is doubtful for this game. Graham Glasgow and Joe Dahl are both questionable. So that's some of the injury report for us. Then you look at the Bears injury report. Look how deep this is, okay? Look how deep this is. We got Isaiah, who's out, Eddie Goldman, who's questionable. And guess what? That's it. That's all we got? Yeah, that's it. I mean, it is that short. Actually, no, Akeem Hicks is not going to be playing today. But, like, the injury report, there's a big difference between ours and theirs. That's all I'm saying. Okay, let's look at this. So I wrote down the 4 things that you should watch for in this game. So the first thing is the Lions' pass defense against the Bears' quarterback or passing offense. The Lions' pass defense has had a couple of good games this year against teams like the Packers, the Chiefs, but the Bears' passing offense is awful. They are completely awful, even with their starting quarterback. That's the crazy thing. Just not a lot of good coming from the Bears' passing offense. Their offensive line has given up 22 sacks, so this is an opportunity for that pressure to finally go off, maybe make some plays in the backfield because we're going to need it defensively. And if Stafford can't go, the defense is going to be even more important in this game. Trubisky has had only 5 touchdowns for 1,200 passing yards. Stafford has 19 to about 2,500. So however you want to look at that, it's not good. He just doesn't put up numbers. They don't have a lot of receiving yards. There's just not much there. There's not much there passing game. So hopefully our passing defense can pretty much shut this down. I mean, they should. He completed like 47% of his passes last game. So we should shut them down completely. Now, next up, looking at Akeem Hicks, who is out. They have been a different defense without him in recent weeks. Okay, they've been definitely a different defense. They are ranked 9th in yards, 6th in points allowed with 18 per game. But they're just different without him. They've only had 6 sacks without him in 5 games. So there's definitely a big difference of them getting pressure and them not getting pressure with Akeem Hicks now in the field. So that's going to be important to watch. Okay, that's going to be a very important thing to keep an eye on. But at the same time, this is a good defense. There just hasn't been as good in the recent couple of weeks. But again, giving 18 points per game, that's not a lot. But at the same time, their offense doesn't put that many points up. That's why they have a losing record. Looking at the Lions' defense against the Bears' offense, the Lions' defense has been 31st. They're 26th in points per game. And then you look at the Bears' offense, who's just garbage. I mean, it could be super, super ugly. This could be one of the most ugly games of the season. Actually, it wouldn't even be ugly. I don't even know what to expect. I literally have no idea what to expect. If you're playing, say for example, the worst defense against the worst offense, like, you should be able to score a little bit because they're the worst defense, but at the same time, it don't matter who you're playing, right? Because you're the worst offense. I literally don't know. It's a battle of those two, so we'll see what happens. But those are the things you got to watch out for. Obviously, Matthew Stafford will be next on this list now, knowing what we know. Running game has to get going for the Lions, especially if Matthew Stafford can't play. And even if he can, you got to take some of that pressure off of him because this is not a good sign. But my final prediction is the Lions do win this game. If Stafford doesn't play, I don't know if they can win this game. I honestly don't know if they can win this game. I have them winning because I think they can get on the run here. I have 20-17 coming into it. Stafford plays. If he doesn't play, I don't know about Jeff Driscoll winning this one. I'm going to root for him. Hopefully he does. But that is it. Let me hear your thoughts, comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.